I came across a scripture, 1 Thessalonians 5:21. It says, make sure of all things. And I'm looking at the scripture and I'm saying to myself, if a Jehovah's Witness were to come across that scripture, right? And it clearly says that make sure of all things. I would hope that something would click up here and their common sense would kick in, right? Because they have to say to themselves, how in the world can we make sure that the information that we're getting really is the truth, right? How can we make sure if we're only getting it from one source, from the governing body leaders, right? If we're only getting it from them, the information, how can we make sure? And if they were to come across some other type of information outside of the watchtower, right? Just like my world, and just like hundreds of thousands of ex-Jehovah's Witnesses, they would come across the real truth. If Jehovah's Witnesses, if they made sure of all things, if they went according to 1 Thessalonians 5:21, make sure of all things. If they did that, and they started looking at YouTube videos from ex-JWs, they started Googling stuff, the CSA cases, they saw the Australian Royal Commission. If they make sure of all things, like the scripture really says, there would be no witnesses left. If every witness were to do that, there would be no witnesses left. And they would see the real truth about the truth. And the real truth hurts. It hurts. When you wake up from this religion, I can't put it in words. There's no words that describes you being duped. You believing your entire life that a paradise earth really was going to come. You not saving up in this world because you think paradise is right around the corner. The truth hurts. It hurts. The real truth hurts. And I don't know which is more painful. Remaining in the organization and wasting your entire life away, or waking up and realizing that your entire life was a lie. And like I said before, you have no savings. You're not mentally, emotionally prepared to be out in the world, because while you're a witness, they're telling you everyone out in the world is wicked. People are evil outside. So now you have to be with these so-called evil people. And we know us ex-JWs, we know they're not wicked people. We know that, the governing body leaders were just trying to scare us so that we can stay far away from the outside world, right? But when you wake up and you see the real truth about the truth, that shit hurts. That shit hurts. My world was torn upside down, just like hundreds of thousands of other people. And it's so therapeutic for me when I hear of other ex-JWs, right? And when I watch their videos, I hear their stories, because for the longest, I don't know about anybody else, but when I woke up, right, I thought I was going crazy. I was a fellowship when I woke up, and I couldn't talk to any JWs, obviously, but I'm doing my research, I'm waking up, and little by little, I started hearing more stories of other ex-JWs that felt the same way. And I was like, damn, whew. Even though this hurts, the waking up process, it hurts. You're grieving, right? You're angry at the organization. You're pissed off at how much time you wasted in this organization, right? When you come to realize how much you invested in this organization, that hurts. It hurts. It's a hard pill to swallow. And what hurts even more so is that we can't get that time back. Now, there are people waking up in their 50s, 60s, and 70s, right? Even 80s. I heard people in their 80s are waking up. And I can't even imagine, how they feel. Knowing that they've been in an organization for 50 plus years. Everything that they ever done in that organization was in vain. It was for nothing. But wow, yeah, the truth really does hurt. It hurts when you wake up from this cult. It's they do a number on you. They do a number. The organization does a really good job at deceiving people. Not to mention, we still have millions of people are still locked in. They're still lost in the source. And sad to say, unfortunately, more people will die believing in this nonsense. And that's a hard pill to swallow. That's sad. Like, this is probably one of my most emotional videos, but yeah, this organization, excuse me, I can't talk. The organization does a number on its people. And even us at JWs, we still feel it. I've been wide awake for 3 years, right? But I left officially last year, but I'm still pissed off. Sometimes I get so infuriated at the organization, just furious, just thinking about all that time I've wasted when I was younger. I didn't have a childhood growing up. I was a witness growing up as a kid. I didn't celebrate birthdays, of course, holidays, all that is gone. I mean, I'm in my 30s now. I know it's not too late. I could still, do this stuff. I could still celebrate holidays. I could still celebrate birthdays. But my childhood is gone. All my memories of me being a kid was me being a JW kid, a Jehovah's Witness. And I'm thankful I still have the future ahead of me. But just thinking about what this organization does to its members. Thinking about how people have died believing in this nonsense, right? A lot of Jehovah's Witnesses, they were born and raised a witness, and they died a witness, which means they never got the opportunity to become their true, authentic selves. They never knew what true love is. Even if they died surrounded by Jehovah's Witness so-called friends, that's not real friends. If you die as a witness, you're never going to know what real love is, because all those people, all those relationships are conditional. It's not real. I didn't know what real love was until I left the organization. And when I was inactive, I had so many friends by my side when I was inactive, right? And also when I officially left. But when you're a witness, if you're born and raised a witness, you're never going to know what love is until you leave the organization. That is the, like I said before, it's a hard pill to swallow when you wake up and you realize that people's lives have been affected drastically by this organization. My mind is a little everywhere right now. I had something else I want to talk about, and now I'm got a bit of a brain fog. But I might have to end the video on this note. Sorry, guys. But earlier today I was just thinking about how something else I want to mention. How even though I'm out, I left the organization, right? I'm still in this in-between space where I feel like I would never, ever have a normal life. Even though I'm wide awake, I'm still going to be, there's still some things that trigger me. Like when I hear truth, the word truth, right? When I hear, the other day, I saw a sign that said, right around the corner, right? And I was like, oh. Like every time I hear that, truth, right around the corner, I have certain trigger words, right? And the truth of the matter is that I may not never be 100% normal. I may always be damaged by this religion. Like I said, I'm in this in-between space. Like I'm not a witness, obviously, anymore, right? But I would never know how it feels to be a normal person, because we didn't grow up normal. When you were born and raised a witness, you don't have a normal life, right? So even when you leave, you still have some of that with you. So I don't get along with witnesses, but I don't talk to witnesses anymore. They don't talk to me. And I have friends outside in the world, but I'm not like them in the sense that I don't know how it feels to be normal. And I may not never know how it feels. But I'm thankful. I'm thankful that I met a lot of people out in the world that really do care about me. Even though I have this, my background from being a witness, I still have people that care about me, and I'm thankful for that. But I'm in this in between where I'm not a witness, but I'm not 100% out in the world too, right? I'm like this. This in between, and I was thinking to myself, I'm never gonna be normal. I'm never gonna have a normal life. I'm always gonna be triggered. I'm always gonna feel like I'm a bit of an outcast. But yeah, the truth hurts. And I pray that every witness could come to find out the real truth about the truth. I pray that every witness could do that. And like I said, it hurts. The truth hurts. When you wake up and you've realized that your entire life was a lie, that hurts. Hurting is an understatement. That's not the word I want to use, but it changes you forever. It changes you forever. And you have trust issues. Now you don't know who to trust. All those friends that I had in the organization, I thought they were my real friends. And in reality, they were just acquaintances. I lost all my so-called friends in the organization, right? And it's like now when I meet people, I have a hard time trusting them. Even though my real friends out in the world, they show me, I know that they really care about me. But in the back of my mind, I say to myself, will these people easily leave me like my family? Will these people easily leave me like the Jehovah's Witness friends that I've known for 20 plus years? This organization does a number. It plays a number on you when you wake up. The truth hurts. It hurts. Because of all the psychological damage that it does, right? That it brings upon you after you wake up. Even when you're in it. Even if I was still a witness, I would still be hurting. I was still depressed as a witness, right? I'm happier now. I'm way happier, now that I left the organization than I ever was as a witness. Way happier. But I'm always going to have depression. I'm always going to have anxiety. Like I said before, I'm always going to feel like I don't fit in. I'm a bit of a what's the word? Enigma. A bit peculiar, I'm just, it's that in between. You're not a witness, but you're not 100% out in the world because you wasn't born out in the world. You don't have those experiences that worldly people have. And you have to untrain your mind. You have to unindoctrinate yourself. That's the word. You have to unindoctrinate yourself. And that's what I'm in the process of doing. Pretty much have to unlearn everything I did as a witness and have some type of a normal life. And that's the truth of the matter. I can't speak for everybody. But me personally, I know for a fact I'm never going to be 100% normal. 10 years from now, I'm still going to be triggered by certain words. Because I was born in it. It was kind of installed in me since birth. The truth. The organization was all that I ever known, right? So little by little, I'm unindoctrinating myself little by little. But the truth of the matter is, a part of that is always going to be ingrained in me. And I have to somehow live with that. I have to learn how to live with that and cope with it. And accept it for what it is. And just try to still become the best person that I can be out there. The best version of myself, right? But when you see things for what it is, like me, I'm a realist. I'm not an optimist. I'm not a pessimist. I'm a realist. I see things for what it is, right? And it's mind-blowing how much trauma this organization brings to both current members and former members. One way or another, your life is shattered one way or another. Because you're either going to be wasting your life for this man-made organization, you're either going to die a witness, your whole life is going to flash before your very eyes, right? and you're never gonna know how it feels to be your true authentic self. You're never gonna know how it feels to have true love. All those people that are married in the organization, that's not even a real marriage, because they're only together because of the religion, and the entire religion is fake. The entire religion is based on a lie. It's based on a man-made lie, man-made organization. So if you're marrying somebody, if you're married to someone who's in the same faith as you, and if that's a lie, then it means your marriage is a lie. All those friendships are fake and phony. All those people, like, it kills me to think that they have already. Thousands upon thousands of people already have died as witnesses, but I think about the years to come. And it's sad that with all this technology that we have, in 2024, how there's still high control religions, how there's still cults. With all the technology, anyone could wake up. That's the sad part. Anyone could wake up at any given time, any given day. Just a few clicks away. A few videos. They look on jwfacts.com, they look on Google, they look on YouTube. Anyone can wake up. But the truth of the matter is that these people, these Jehovah's Witnesses, they would rather blindly obey men than use their common sense and say to themselves, hey, 1 Thessalonians 5:21 says, make sure of all things. Hey, if this is the truth, how come we cannot look at outside information, outside resources? But the truth of the matter is, Jehovah's Witnesses would rather put their faith and follow men blindly. And that hurts. When I think about that, that hurts, that people would rather throw their life away and blindly follow men than to do their own research and wake up. And once you do your research, we know once you open Pandora's box, that's it. I have never met one person who's done their research and said, oh, these are apostate lies, I'm going back to the organization. I haven't met one person. When you do your research outside of jw.org, you are bound to wake up. It's inevitable. You are bound to wake up. You're going to wake up. Just a matter of time. But the truth of the matter is, these Jehovah's Witnesses, they would rather invest their entire life to this man-made organization than to wake up. I can't fathom it. I can't comprehend it. I want to. I know I was once there, but times have changed. We have new doctrines, new light. These men are pretty much saying to witnesses, oh, we're not inspired by God, but you better listen to us like your life depends on it. Shouldn't that make anyone with common sense curious? Shouldn't that create red flags? Shouldn't witnesses be obligated or feel obligated to do their own research after all these new lights, all these new doctrines? But once again, like I said, I'm a realist. The truth of the matter is, once you invested 30, 40, 50 plus years in something, it's hard for you to turn around and say, you know what? This ain't it. And a lot of times, people's pride will take over. Their pride will take over. Imagine investing half your life, 30, 40 years into something, and you realize it was all a lie. It would be easier to keep going with that lie. Even though you don't believe in it anymore, it would be easier for witnesses to keep going with that lie than for them to admit that, hey, I was wrong. But it's just unnecessary. It's unnecessary. It's unnecessary for people to waste their lives away. Life is precious. Life could also be short. Not everyone lives to see 30. Not everyone lives to see 50. Not everyone lives to see 70, right? But while you're alive on this while you're alive on this earth, right? While you are alive on this earth, wouldn't you want to become the best version of yourself? Wouldn't you want to live for yourself and not for a man-made organization? And you can live for God too, right? But when you're a witness, we all know they take away your authenticity, right? Sorry guys, I can't talk today. But they take away your authenticity when you're a witness. You cannot be yourself. You don't know who you are. I didn't know who I was when I woke up. I still don't know who I am. I'm still discovering who I am. And that could take how many years? How many stories have we heard where people woke up, and I've seen so many XJW videos where people feel exactly like me. They're lost. They don't know who they are after they left the watchtower. They're still discovering themselves. It's a work in progress, right? It's a work in progress. But the truth is, when you wake up from this religion, it's painful. It's scary. It's painful. But it's also beautiful too. Because at least when I die, no one could say I died I died as a witness. No one could say that I died being a brainwashed member. I died being a robot. When I die, I'm gonna be surrounded by people that actually care about me. You know, and you can't put a price on that. You can't put a price on that. But sorry guys, this video was more of a rant. Yeah, now I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna end this video on that note. But guys, I will see you on the next video. Take care.